All right, so it looks like APE had quite the move to the upside here. If we take a price range from this bottom to this top here, is about 60%. But you can also see that we have broken this red box of resistance to the upside. I mentioned in my previous video that we really need to get above this to see some higher highs, and we managed to break above it. And I also mentioned that we could probably see some resistance at around the $14 level here. But it looks like we completely blew through this level, and I think this might be because there is a supposed rumor going around that the Bored Ape Yacht Club is going to be receiving land in some type of metaverse thing that they're coming up with. And you can see that it's those members that hold the token. But I'm not 100% sure what's going on here, so if you guys want to read up on this, I will put the link in the description below. So since we have broken this as resistance and now are using it as support, I will be turning it green. So if we do fall back down to these levels, we could very well see a bounce to the upside. Since we have closed higher than we have previously in the past and are now seeing a correction, I'm going to draw a fib retracement from this bottom here to this top. And right now it looks like we are currently trading between the 382 and the 0.5 level on the Fibonacci retracement. And really we could come all the way back down to the 618. So we could very well fall all the way back down to say $12 or $13. And since we have had pretty much 3 confirmed highs here in this zone, I'm going to draw a red box of resistance indicating this. So that way if we come up here again, we can kind of see the zone that we need to break to set higher highs from here. So it's probably going to be something like this. I'm actually going to bring it down to the close of this high over here to kind of clean up the price action a little bit, and we are going to turn the box red. So now this will be acting as our zone of resistance that we need to break to the upside, so that way we can see new higher highs, right? Probably a test of it and continue higher. But as you can see here, the EMA spread is green on the 4-hourly, which is a good sign. It looks like we're currently trying to find some support in it, but it looks relatively weak right now. Ichimoku Cloud has moved up because of the price action, but it's pretty thin right now. So, again, if we continue to fall, we could fall all the way back down to the top of this red one again before seeing it move to the upside. And, if we manage to kind of trade sideways here, we could very well bounce off the Ichimoku Cloud here and go up again. But at that point, I'd really like to see some pretty strong tests of this zone of resistance before we break it to the upside. So if we go to the hourly chart, it's actually looking a little bit better in terms of further price action to the upside. You can see here that we are currently testing the bottom of this green Ichimoku Cloud on the hourly, which could be a good thing. And we could even wick down here to the 0.5 level and start trading back within it. The only problem I'm seeing really on the hourly is that we're starting to trade below the EMA ribbon here, and it's only really held us up for about 2 touches for the most part, and this here wasn't even really that great. So definitely be getting concerned if this starts turning red and pushing the price down further. At that point, our last zone really of support will be around this 200 EMA on the hourly before we fall back down to this 618 as I mentioned earlier. Although if we do manage to find support here, I expect that we'll probably kind of trade within this zone of resistance yet again and hopefully break it to the upside. So sum things up, if we really can't hold the 0.5 level here at around $13 to $14, we could very well find ourselves back down between the bottom of this green box at $12.2 or all the way back up at this 618 at around $13. So again, if we find a bounce here, I'd really like to see it start testing this red zone of resistance pretty heavily and setting a new high above this one so that we have a continuation of this uptrend. But it is worth a mention, we did have quite the move to the upside relatively quickly, and usually when we have moves like this, it results in pretty large corrections as well. So that's just something else to keep in mind. So this is all I have for APE today. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed already, go ahead and do so as I try to post content daily. As always, this isn't financial advice, and I'll see you in the next one.